All right, folks, welcome to the show. Today we're diving into the world of baseball, a sport full of incredible athletes who left their mark on the game. We're talking about the legends, the guys who made history every time they stepped onto the field. You know, baseball is a game of inches, a game of strategy, and a game of heart. And these 10 players, they had it all. They were the best of the best, and their stories deserve to be told again and again. Over the next few chapters, we're going to break down their careers, their achievements, and what made them so special. We're talking about the home run kings, the strikeout artists, and the guys who could steal a base faster than you could blink. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a wild ride through baseball history. We're about to meet the legends, the icons, the top 10 baseball legends of all time. First up, we got the big one, the Sultan of SWAT himself, Babe Ruth. Now this guy was something else, a true original. He started out as a pitcher. Can you believe that? A lefty with a rocket for an arm, and he was good, real good. But then the Red Sox, they decided to make him an outfielder. Figured he could do more damage with a bat in his hands. And boy, were they right. This guy could hit the ball a country mile, folks. We're talking tape measure shots out of the park into the next county. He changed the game of baseball, made it exciting, made it fun. He was hitting home runs like it was nothing, breaking records left and right. He finished his career with 714 home runs. And let me tell you, that record stood for a long, long time. And you know what? He did it all while living life to the fullest off the field. He was a larger-than-life character, a true American icon. Babe Ruth wasn't just a baseball player. He was a force of nature. Now, our next legend, he was pure magic on the field. Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, born on May 6, 1931, in Westfield, Alabama. Willie Mays grew up to become one of the most iconic figures in baseball history. His journey to greatness began in the Negro Leagues, where he played for the Birmingham Black Barons before making his way to the major leagues. This guy could do it all: hit, run, field, you name it. His versatility and athleticism were unmatched, making him a standout player in every aspect of the game. Whether he was at the plate, on the bases, or in the outfield, Willie Mays was a force to be reckoned with. He was a five-tool player and then some. His ability to hit for average, hit for power, run the bases, throw with ace-out precision, and field with excellence set him apart from his peers. Few players in the history of the game have possessed such a complete skill set. One of the things that made Willie so special was his catch in the 1954 World Series. This moment is etched in baseball lore and is often cited as one of the greatest defensive plays in the history of the sport. It's known as the catch, and for good reason. This incredible play showcased not only his speed and agility, but also his keen sense of timing and spatial awareness. It was a moment that left fans and players alike in awe. Vic Wertz of the Indians hit a deep drive to center field, and it looked like a sure home run. The ball soared through the air, and the crowd held its breath, anticipating a game-changing hit. But Willie, he chased it down, made an over-the-shoulder catch, and then threw the ball back to the infield like it was nothing. This play not only prevented a run, but also demonstrated his incredible arm strength and accuracy. And don't even get me started on his power at the plate. Willie Mays was a formidable hitter capable of changing the course of a game with a single swing of the bat. The guy hit 660 home runs in his career. This remarkable achievement places him among the all-time greats in terms of power hitting. He wasn't just hitting them over the fence, he was hitting them out of the stadium. His prodigious power was a sight to behold, and pitchers feared facing him. Willie Mays was more than just a baseball player, like he was an ambassador for the sport, a true gentleman. His charisma and sportsmanship endeared him to fans and fellow players alike. He played the game the right way, with passion, with joy, and with a smile on his face. His love for baseball was evident in every game he played, and it was infectious. He was, and still is, an inspiration to generations of ball players. Young athletes look up to him as a role model, and his legacy continues to influence the game today. Willie Mays' impact on baseball is immeasurable, and his contributions to the sport will be remembered for generations to come. Now, when you're talking baseball, you got to talk about Hank Aaron. This guy, he was something else. Boom, he wasn't just swinging for the fences. He was launching rockets. Every time he stepped up to the plate, you knew something special was going to happen. 755 home runs. Can you believe that? That's a whole lot of dingers. And he did it with such grace, such power. Hank Aaron wasn't just a great baseball player. He was a class act on and off the field, a true legend of the game. Ted Williams, now there was a guy who could hit a baseball. They called him the Splendid Splinter, and for good reason. He could hit for power, he could hit for average, and he could hit to all fields. A true five-tool player. This guy was the real deal. Now, Ted was known for being a bit of a character. He was a perfectionist, always striving to be the best. And he didn't always hold back his opinions, that's for sure. But you know what? That's what made him so great. He was a fiery competitor, and he played the game with passion. Cobb, now there's a name that strikes fear into the hearts of pitchers everywhere. This guy was a speed demon on the base paths, a real headache for the opposition. He was known for his aggressive base running, always looking to take an extra base, and he wasn't afraid to get dirty either. They called him the Georgia Peach, but he was more like a heat-seeking missile on the field, and boy could he hit. Over 4,000 hits in his career. That's unheard of. Cobb, he was one of the pioneers of the game, and his legacy lives on today. Now, Lou Gehrig, he was something special. They called him the Iron Horse for a reason, and it wasn't just because he hit a ton of home runs, which he did. This guy played every game for 14 years straight. He never missed a game. 2,130 consecutive games. That's like a running back playing every snap for 7 seasons. You just don't see that kind of toughness anymore. And it wasn't just about showing up. Gehrig, he played hard every single game. He gave it his all, every inning, every at-bat. This guy was a workhorse, a true gamer. He inspired his teammates, his fans, and generations of players to come. Gehrig's legacy, it's about more than just baseball. It's about courage, determination, and playing the game the right way. He's a true legend, and that's why he's on this list. Mickey Mantle. Now there's a name that sends shivers down your spine. This guy, he was the real deal. He could hit, he could run, he could field. He was like a rocket out there on the field. I remember watching him play, and it was like he was playing a different game than everyone else. He could hit the ball a mile, and then he'd be rounding the bases before you knew it. Teammates, coaches, they all said the same thing about Mantle. He was a natural. He made it look easy, even though we all knew it wasn't. He was a true superstar, a legend of the game. You ask anyone who saw him play, they'll tell you the same thing. Mickey Mantle, he was something else. Now, Joe DiMaggio, he was something else. The Yankee Clipper, they called him, and for good reason. Smooth as silk in center field and at the plate, Well, he could hit that ball. You look at his stats, and they speak for themselves. A lifetime .325 batting average, 361 home runs, and let's not forget that 56-game hitting streak. That's like a receiver catching a touchdown in every single game of a season. And then some. You just don't see numbers like that anymore. DiMaggio, he was in Ikier and Rightier. He was a class by himself. He was a true professional, a student of the game. He played the game the right way, and he did it with style. Joe DiMaggio, he's one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So, now, Stan Musial, he was something else. A player who transcended the game, a name that still echoes in the halls of baseball history. Stan the Man, they called him, and for good reason. He wasn't just a player, he was an icon, a symbol of excellence and perseverance. And this guy could flat out hit. His swing was poetry in motion, a thing of beauty that left pitchers shaking in their cleats. You know, sometimes you get these players, they're good, real good, but they face a little adversity, a little bump in the road, and they fold like a cheap suit. Not Musial. He was tough, resilient, he faced challenges head on, and came out stronger every time. You see, early in his career, Musial was primarily an outfielder. He roamed the outfield with grace and skill, making plays that left fans in awe. Good outfielder, don't get me wrong, but then he hurt his shoulder, see? It was a tough break, the kind that could derail a promising career. A lot of guys, that's it, career over, right? But not Musial. He wasn't about to let an injury define him. He worked hard, trained harder, and came back with a vengeance. He bounced back, moved over to first base, and just kept hitting. It seemed to be shirt. Matter where he tied it, tree, you see, Palada, House, Air Terror. He was always a force to be reckoned with, didn't let a little setback slow him down one bit. In fact, it seemed to fuel his determination even more. That's the kind of grit, the kind of determination you love to see. It's what separates the good from the great, the legends from the rest. And the fans, they loved him for it. They saw in him a reflection of their own hopes and dreams. A player who never gave up, played 22 seasons, most of them with the Cardinals. That's a lifetime in baseball, a testament to his skill and dedication. That's loyalty. Something you don't see much these days. He was a Cardinal through and through, a player who gave his all for his team. 3,000 hits, over 3,600 total bases, a career .331 batting average. Those numbers are staggering, a testament to his consistency and excellence. Those are Hall of Fame numbers, and that's exactly where you'll find Stan the Man Musial. His plaque stands as a reminder of his greatness, a symbol of what it means to be a true legend, a true legend of the game. His legacy lives on, inspiring future generations to strive for greatness, to never give up, and to always play with heart. Now, when you talk about baseball legends, you got to talk about Jackie Robinson. He wasn't just a player, he was a trailblazer, a pioneer who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. I mean, this is a guy who changed the game forever, both on and off the field. His impact went beyond the diamond, influencing the civil rights movement and inspiring countless individuals to stand up against injustice. Talk about courage, talk about grace under pressure. Jackie Robinson was the embodiment of it all. He faced hostility, threats, and immense pressure, yet he handled it with a level of poise and determination that was nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine stepping onto a Major League Baseball field in 1947, knowing that you were the first African American to do so in the modern era, knowing that every eye in the stadium is on you, scrutinizing your every move, waiting for you to fail, that you're carrying the hopes and dreams of millions on your shoulders. The weight of an entire community, an entire race rested on his back. The pressure was immense, but Jackie, he never let it get to him. He had an unshakable focus and an unwavering commitment to excellence. He just went out there and played ball with a level of skill and passion that was unmatched. And he played it with a passion and a fire that inspired a generation. His athleticism, his intelligence, and his sheer willpower made him a force to be reckoned with. He faced down racism and bigotry with a quiet dignity that commanded respect. He broke down barriers, not just in baseball, but in society as a whole. He opened doors for countless others, paving the way for future generations of athletes and leaders, and proved that talent and determination know no color. His legacy is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of standing up for what is right. Jackie Robinson wasn't just a great baseball player. He was a symbol of hope and resilience. He was a true American hero whose contributions went far beyond the sport he loved. His number 42 is retired by every team in Major League Baseball, a rare honor that speaks volumes about his impact, a testament to his enduring legacy and the impact he had on the game we all love. Jackie Robinson's story is one of courage, determination, and the relentless pursuit of equality. His legacy continues to inspire and remind us of the power of one individual to make a difference. Well, there you have it, folks, my top 10 baseball legends of all time. We saw incredible talent, unmatched determination, and a whole lot of heart. These guys, they weren't just players, they were icons who helped shape the game into what it is today. Now, I know what you're thinking, Madden, you left some guys off the list. And you know what? You're right. There are so many great players, it's tough to narrow it down to just 10. So, tell you what, I want to hear from you. Who do you think should be on this list? Did I miss anybody? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more sports content.